WACT News begins now with breaking news.
Terrifying moments at a local high school. A fight on the campus of New Hanover High School leads to a shooting. This took place just before 11 o'clock this morning. This video shows the events leading up to the shooting and the moment shots were fired at the school. Now, one student was injured. A 15-year-old has now been charged in that shooting. Good evening, everyone. I'm Frances Weller, coming to you live from New Hanover High School, where a shooting did take place just hours ago here on campus. The New Hanover County School Board of Education holding a news conference that is going to take place in just a moment. I will tell you, though, John, I'm been speaking with people throughout the day as a product of New Hanover County Schools. This is something that we have not seen or heard, and it is very unsettling for parents here in this community. It's an unthinkable tragedy that's hard to put into words. 19 children and 2 teachers gunned down inside an elementary school in Texas. Parents all across the country are holding their babies tighter tonight. Still shocked and stunned, trying to make sense of this nation's latest mass shooting, an attack on innocent children. Right now in the nation's capital, the flag sits at half-staff above the White House. A visibly angry President Joe Biden wasting no words addressing the nation and Congress. Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining us. I'm Frances Weller. Right now, you're no longer required to wear a mask when you're outside in North Carolina, but this doesn't mean you can ditch the mask altogether. Masks are still required indoors across the state. Governor Roy Cooper made the executive order earlier this week, and it just went into effect. WACT's Ellie Cosgrove joins us now from downtown Wilmington, where the masks were off outside. But Ellie, you're hearing that everyone will be shedding the mask outdoors, right? Some exciting news to share now. The Wilmington Police Department will be featured on a national television show Monday. The department was selected out of hundreds of law enforcement agencies across the country to appear in a television series that will air Monday night on Fox Business Network. I sat down with some of the stars, if you will, of the show. The men and women sworn to serve and protect you have a new role. The Wilmington Police Department will represent how America's law enforcement officers work in a television series called How America Works. Mike Rowe, best known as a host for the Discovery Channel, will narrate the hour-long show. Wilmington Police Chief Donnie Williams says getting the call that his department was selected was thrilling.
It was, considering that I am a Mike Rowe fan. I've watched him on Dirty Jobs, Deadliest Catch. So yes, we were very excited for the opportunity to work with Mike Rowe.
Chief Williams selected the officers from his department to be featured.
And they're representative of the 800,000 law enforcement officers that are out there each day serving their communities.
The special will look at the day-to-day life of a police officer. Officers like Lynn Hartley, who works in community engagement. She says she's honored to show America what the real profession looks like.
Because I want people to see what we do on a day-to-day basis and that we are some really great people and we are a great benefit to communities.
Well, there's only one way to describe the Franz Fans 2-day event, and that is a huge success. In all of the 5 stores, a steady stream of folks coming in buying fans like these that have all been sold. Hundreds of fans collected for area seniors in our community. Now, don't forget that we were collecting fans for 5 counties in our viewing area, and senior centers are so thrilled to find out they're going to be getting hundreds of fans each because we have collected that many. It has been fantastic here at the Monkey Junction Walmart. The bikes here we're hoping are going to end up underneath or beside children's Christmas trees on December 25th, Christmas Day. These bikes are available, but let me show you what has happened since we've been here since 6 o'clock this morning. The racks over here are now bare because all of those bikes have been sold.
It is incredible. It's amazing the people whose lives are touched and then they go on to help somebody else in the future. And there's nothing better than that.
You know, the stories that stand out for me are the stories that make a difference in people's lives. I think back on my mother's diagnosis with breast cancer. And shortly after we knew she was going to survive, I started this Buddy Check 6. And it was to remind women to do their breast self-exams, which is how she found hers. And then I did that story with her. And she talked to women about breast cancer doesn't have to be a death sentence. And it seemed like it opened up a world that we had never known before. My mother had no problem talking about the fact that they had to remove one of her breasts. And she, in her candidness, I think, made other women feel better about their journey. So that kind of story is one that will forever be in my heart. You know, I look back on stories like what I do every year, Franz Fans in Wellersville.
That is just adorable.
Not necessarily news stories, but things that we do as a television station that make a difference in people's lives. Attention Walmart shoppers, this is Frances Weller with WECT News, and I am talking to you live on our 6 o'clock news. Some kid in December, and past Decembers, many past Decembers, will wake up to a brand new bicycle, and that is a lifetime memory. And that's something we did here at WECT. I know that this year, some elderly person is going to get a fan, and it's going to make all the difference in the world to them. That means a lot to me. I can't even explain to you how painful it is to try not to laugh when, you know, you're supposed to keep it together. I don't have that ability. I have no control over it. If it's funny, I've got to laugh. And I think the harder I try not to laugh, the funnier it is. And I will pinch my hand. I'll try to think of something serious so I can get it. It just doesn't work. I don't apologize for that because there are times that we just have to break away from all of the hard news that can be depressing as you know what. So when we're able to laugh and then viewers will send an email or even call and say, I was cracking up right along with you, those are the highlights for me. Lisa Marie was on the Today Show and I think it's been said that a true performer is someone who can mess up and not be shaken. Well, that's exactly what Lisa Marie Presley was able to do this morning during her performance. I just lost it.
Oops.
You know, when you know everything is okay, she wasn't injured. It's hilarious. If I could get it together, I would, but I can't. If it's funny, I'm going to laugh, and the harder I try not to laugh,
Tomorrow.
the funnier it's going to be. That's just the way it is. My former co-anchor, Ken Murphy, he and I were sitting next to each other, and he's delivering this very serious news story, and a gnat flew up his nose.
Motion is likely to be presented by their office Tuesday morning. Defense lawyer.
He tried on the air to get that gnat.
Tuesday morning.
Those are moments that make me happy. They make me smile.